Working 100 hours or more per week is normal in consulting. As a management consultant, 12 hours at my laptop was considered an amazing day. At my worst, I worked all-nighters, and once I didn't shower for 3 days. But I would do it all over again if given a chance, and stay tuned to find out why. I am Ramona Moodley, a former McKinsey consultant turned executive coach. On my channel, I talk about early career success, so like and subscribe if this is important to you. In this video, I'm going to share how one call 12 years ago changed my whole life. The call with an offer to join management consulting firm McKinsey & Company. It was a complete shock to me since I completely bombed the math in one of my final 2 interviews, but thankfully they took a chance on me. So what made the 100-hour work weeks worth it for me? I do want to put a disclaimer on this. This was my experience, and policies vary from country to country, and also might have changed from the time I was in consulting. Let's get into it. They paid for my undergraduate degree. McKinsey paid for my electrical engineering degree in exchange for a commitment from me to work for them for at least 2 years. This is common practice in South Africa, where I'm from, but not the case in all countries, and I'm not sure if they do this anymore. Basically, companies paid for students to complete undergrad degrees, most commonly STEM degrees, in exchange for a commitment to work there after graduation. A steel company in South Africa was paying for my degree. Then once I got the offer from McKinsey, they essentially bought me out of that commitment by paying the steel company all the tuition of mine that they had covered. Next, they paid for my US MBA. Again, McKinsey paid for my MBA at Berkeley in exchange for a 2-year commitment that I would work there after graduating. If you were a high-performing analyst, you could expect an offer to go to a business school anywhere in the world. All expenses paid. I chose the West Coast of the US. I got the chance to move to America, and now I'm an American citizen. After my MBA, I requested a transfer to the San Francisco office, and it was granted. Then the legal struggle to start getting a work visa happened, and McKinsey lawyers worked really hard to get me an H-1B visa before my student visa expired. Basically, I could work on my student visa, but only for a couple of years. The H-1B process was a lottery that I sadly did not win, and so in the end, my husband got his green card and me by extension, so I didn't have to leave. They helped me buy an apartment. I was looking to buy a property in San Francisco, but I needed the money for the down payment. It would have taken me a long time to save up for a down payment, especially in a high cost of living city like San Francisco. I was able to take advantage of a special loan program that McKinsey offered to people who were engagement managers and below to borrow up to $100,000 that could be used for a down payment. I would not have been able to buy my first apartment if it weren't for that help. I had total freedom to take off to pursue hobbies and big goals of mine, and even once took 3 months off to compete at Miss World. Yes, when I was staffed on a project, lifestyle was bad and crazy. Starting a new project was like kissing my friends and family goodbye for a few weeks and then taking a big gulp of air and going underwater and swimming for my life until the project was over. The great thing was that between projects, I could come up for air and pretty much take off as much time as I wanted. Much of it was unpaid, of course, but I needed it, and at least I didn't have to ask permission to do it. I hate asking permission. I took time off after every project to rest, travel, and do hobbies. While on my first ever project at McKinsey, I was asked to represent South Africa at Miss World in China. For me to do it though, I would need to take 3 months off to prepare for the actual competition. I thought there was no way they would approve of me leaving for so long after I had just joined the company. Their response completely surprised me. I was told that things like this only come once in a lifetime, and I would be stupid if I didn't go. I really appreciated how the project-based work allowed me to completely disconnect when I wasn't staffed on a project. So I took advantage of the break after every project. I have an invaluable network of unbelievably talented people now. It's crazy how quickly you bond with people on your teams. Maybe it's trauma bonding, or maybe it's because you share common values. I don't know. But you become incredibly close to people you work with, and you can pick up right where you left off with them, even if you only see them again months or even years later. I also had access to all of the McKinsey alumni, and there are hundreds of thousands of them all over the world. I can email anyone around the world who is a McKinsey alum and ask for a quick call, and they would do it because of our shared connection. Even after I left McKinsey, I ended up working as the head of talent for a consulting company founded by McKinsey alums, one of which was a former engagement manager of mine. My experience gave me the confidence to do things I never thought possible. I got the chance to do such incredible, difficult work in short timelines that I learned how much I'm truly capable of and the value I can bring to something regardless of my age and gender. McKinsey gave me a mindset that I can do anything I want to do. Even if I don't know how, I can learn and I can try. Honestly, this is the most valuable thing I took away from my time in consulting. I did end up leaving consulting in the end, so if you're interested in hearing why, let me know in the comments. Also, if you're interested in a career in management consulting, check out my playlist on consulting interview prep and the helpful resources I have in the video description. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video.